Wants to be a millionaire by December? Okay. You just sell one bedroom of the Trump Tower in Manila. Meron pang, I think may 2 units pa ako nakita. Trump Tower in Manila, you'll be a millionaire. May one bedroom pa, about 49.7 million. One bedroom, 49 million. So, uy, nakabenta ko one bedroom, milyonaryo na ako. Or do people buy because they need it? Agree? You will be surprised. I'll give you some examples. What is this? Cancer. Saan mo makikita tong picture na to? Sa kaha ng sigarilyo or sa magazine. Ito, nasa kaha din sigarilyo. Anong pinapakita? Is it good for them? What is it telling them straight to their faces? Mamamatay ka dito. This is bad for you. This is cancer. In your face, visual. Or ina-advertise ba as good? Wala na nga yung label ng sigarilyo eh. Nakalagay din, this will kill you. This is bad for you. You will have cancer. This is what will happen to you. Do you think people still buy? Why? Kala ko ba, if it's good for them, they will buy. If it's bad for them, they will not. Eventually, hopefully, sa Philippines, ganyan na din eh. Okay. Now, is it because it is safe? Itong mga to, hindi naman binabayaran para tumalon. They spend a lot. They spend a lot to do this. In New Zealand, there's a bungee jumping area. You have to pay $200 for one jump. Halos 10,000 para tumalong ka dun sa bangin. Why? Is it because it's good for you? Is it because you're safe? Eh, pipirma ka dun na waiver, pag yan naputol, bahala ka sa buhay mo. Now, is it because it's safe? But why are they doing it? Is it because it is cheap? Oh. Meron na ba? Sabi nga, okay. I gave my team's office, sabi ko, I will give all the ladies a Louis Vuitton bag of the model that they want. Pag nag-sale. Sir, hindi naman nagsisale ang LV eh. That's the point. So that means, so why do people line up dun sa labas ng LV? Dahil sale, maghintay ka kung magkakaroon yan. Why do people buy this bag and wait for months? Dahil cheap? Hindi. Dahil practical? Dahil matibay? Paano mo kailangan ng tibay niyan? Hindi nga kulang na lang ilatag mo sa kutsyon. Hindi nga kinakargahan ng more than siguro 500 grams yan eh. Sabi nga, ang original na bag nasa ibaba ng lamesa. Pag Green Hills, nasa ilalim. Or dahil sale? You see how people think? Mura ba to? Who wants a Rolex? Bakit? Mura ba? Eh bakit? Kala ko ba gusto ng tao mura? Okay, because they need it? Sino dito ang walang cellphone? Hindi ko na tinanong kung sino may cellphone dahil sigurado lahat eh. Tanong ngayon sino walang cellphone. So ang kailangan mo ng cellphone, talk, text, camera. Ngayon smartphones, email. Karamihan naka-iPhone or Android. Lumabas sa iPhone 6, pila. Lalabas iPhone 7, pila. Lalabas iPhone 8, pipila. Bakit? Nandun na naman lahat ng kailangan mo eh. So it's not because you need it. Safe. Bumili ka ng Ferrari. Dali mo dito sa Davao. Baka, anong speed limit? I was just surprised. It's 30, right? So maunahan ka pa na naglalakad. Plus, you have a Ferrari, I have a Cherry. Pagdating ng Davao, pareho tayong 30 kilometers per hour. Okay, so why do people buy or do things? Simple. It is because it makes them feel good. But the key is make them, if you want to close now, you have to make them feel good now. They have to be excited now. Hindi bukas. So at that moment. So, how do you make your clients feel good at the point of closing? First is being punctual. Nagko-close ka, may closing ka ngayon, late ka naman. So unang hagad, inis na sa'yo yung kliyente mo, di ba? Next, be professional in your appearance. Good thing going for you is that you have your, what Wiry calls the magic shirt. This one is your professional shirt and your advertising shirt. Yung unang silyata ni Wiry is because of his t-shirt. Prepared. Gusto mo mag-close ngayon, wala ka namang closing documents. Hindi mo alam yung project. So how would you feel if the person in front of you, if the salesman in front of you, cannot even answer the questions that you're asking? Remember, alam mo yung tinatawag na handling objections? I do not handle objections. I call it addressing concerns. Because when you handle objections, I can teach you the techniques. But, mababaw yun. When people give you objections, it is because they have concerns. Objections come from two sources. One is the negative experience they've had before. Two is a worry that they may happen in the future. So, past negative experiences and future anticipated problems. You remove this past, you remove this future, you make them live in the present. Get the point? That's the way you bring them to the now. There's a book of Eckhart Tolle, The Power of Now, bringing the person to think in the now. The way you can do that is remove worries from past experience and remove worries from future problems. Next, the pitch should be catchy. Short, sweet, catchy. Drives them into their minds. Next. Presentation should be exciting. Selling is not telling. Selling is exciting. Especially if you are selling very expensive products. You have to arouse the level of emotion beyond the level of logic. Yung tinatawag na nakakabaliw na. When people get crazy, they do things beyond logic. Bahala kayo mag-imagine kung ano yung gusto nyong imagine. But things people can do when they are crazy. So, in short, the message is to make them feel good. This module, together with the language of selling, it takes me one day. I have another 7 minutes. So we'll move now to the next one. Next. Okay. So that is the point of feeling good. Language of selling, dalawa lang. Sabi nga, sino nasa computers dito? Before. What's the binary? What's the language of computer? Binary, right? Which is 1 and 0. In the next 100 years, kahit gaano ka-advance ang program, it will still be 1 and 0. The Bible, no matter how many books will be written about the Bible, it only talks about 2 major commandments. One is, love God with all your heart, all your might. And then next one is, love your neighbors. Basically, that's it. Whatever happens, yun lang yun. So selling is still the same. Selling the language of selling has 2 major things. 1 is feel good, 2 is trust. Yun lang. Yun lang. Make a person feel good, get their trust, you have a sale. These 2 cannot stand alone. If you cannot make a person feel good, impossible to get their trust. Get the point? So, product mastery. Dapat nga, siguro kung yung orientation will be PKS, you should have a next level called PMS. Hindi yung masakit. PMS is project mastery. Product knowledge is good, but if you want to excite a person, it is product mastery. I always say, you understand before you memorize. All developers have the best intention. All developers, bago nabuo yung project, it started with a thought and a feeling. So you have to understand where these developers are coming from. Understand the project before you memorize the facts. Because if you memorize the facts and you just say it straight to the clients, you are just telling them, you are just informing them of facts. It does not create any emotional excitement. Get it? Pwedeng, meron ho yan swimming pool, may sauna, may gym, meron hong basketball court, meron ho tayong function room, tsaka meron hong bedroom, meron hong toilet and bath. Bibili po kayo? You get the difference? Kaya yung mga very animated magsalita, use that. Use that. Potential for profit without making misrepresentations. Ito yung sa ROI. Sabi nga, if you cannot talk about economics, don't even give a hint. If you cannot talk about return of investment, yung iba kasi minsan, uy, masarap pakinggan. I'll talk about the ROIs. Kung ang kausap mo is financial expert, you're in big trouble. So you try to check. Go for ownership. Go for ownership. Not unless you want to talk about ROI, be prepared. Be very, very prepared. If you talk to investors, like for example, when we do presentations in Singapore or even in the US for foreigners, it's all about numbers. No emotions. I don't care how it looks like. Show me the money. Show me the money. No emotions. I want to show you the project. I don't need that. I don't want to be attached with my investment. I'll sell that. What will I get in return? See, so, depende kung sino yung audience mo. Next. Protection from problems. You should be able to know this. Paano pag hindi ako nakabayad? Paano kung nakamiss ako ng 2 months? Paano kung magkasakit yung mister ko na nasa barko? Paano kung matanggal ako ng trabaho? Makaka-refund ba ako? Ano yung protection ko? May batas ba na nagpo-protekta sa akin?